Hey guys, it's Rosara coming right back at you. So today I wanted to talk about briefly, real quickly, what I did for the last 2 weeks. Took two mini vacations, one to visit my twin sister. If for those of you that follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, mostly Facebook, this one, you will see that she posted some pictures. She tagged me to some pictures, so hopefully you'll be able to see them. I don't know. But it was 5 hours to get there and 5 hours to get back. Now, I did stay overnight because I'm not driving 10 hours. And I wasn't about to have my husband drive 10 hours either. But for the second mini vacation, it's an annual trip that I take with our women's group in our church. And we stayed 2 days, and it was 2 nights and 3 days is what we did. And it was also a 5 hour drive to get there and then 5 hours to get back. So let's talk about what I did to prepare for these trips. Last year, I did not do very well. I thought I got the hang of this, no problem. The doctor says I should be being able to eat regular food. I was 12 weeks out post-op. And I didn't take anything. And it was a big mistake. Because once I got there, I knew already what foods I couldn't eat because it was challenging. Like eggs were something that was like, oh my God, it was horrible at 12 weeks. Chicken was basically the only thing, so long as it was pureed. And then I just had to chew really well a lot of the food that was around. And so I lived on protein shakes a lot. But I didn't take anything with me. So I figured I would wing it by having cream of soup or having chicken broth. Or if we went to a restaurant, I could order soup and it would be fine. However, last year being 12 weeks post-op, I threw up several times because the food wasn't going very well. And I was never hungry and I never felt sick. But I just was beside myself. So this time around, when I knew I was going to do my sister's 5 hour drive and then come home and then do another 5 hour trip and then come home, I said, no, can't do this. I'm going to go well prepared. So we took advice from you guys who do YouTube, WLS community, who have been doing food hauls, food reviews. We took your tips and we took several protein bars. We made sure that there was no sugar in them because hypoglycemia, it gives and takes when it reacts to it. And I think I'm starting to get the hang of which sugars it acts up. We also pre-packed cashew, other nuts, and pre-packed tuna fish already prepared already. Put all those things that were pre-packed that had to be cold. I used one of those lunch bags that if you put an ice thing in it, it'll stay cold for the full 5 hour trip. So the only thing that we did was make one stop to, use the bathroom and then get back on. And we did that for both trips. I made an exception for the women's group one on the way back and did make an order at the one stop that we made, because one of the ladies was wondering about what do I do when I go to a restaurant. So at the stop, there was a host of different restaurants. And so I said to her, you got to look at each one and look at their menu. And sometimes the one that costs the most is the one that's the healthiest. So I showed her, I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but I showed her, look, see this people, their food is a lot fresher. It's mostly grilled and it's in wraps. And they, for me, the portion is pretty large. However, I'll only be able to eat this much right now. I'll save it it is a 5-hour ride, so I could save it for that time frame. And that's what I showed her, and I opened it up and showed her how, they had packed enough meat that I could save it for the whole ride. And sure enough, it lasted from, I think we made that stop, it must have been 1 in the afternoon, and then by the time I got home, it was 7:30 in the evening, and I had just finished it because I broke it up, and it was quite tasty. I didn't feel horrible, didn't throw up. I am 14 months out, so that played a big part. I'm happy because I had no symptoms of hypoglycemia, and I was even more happy because people actually were very helpful, because they said, "Are you sure you're able to eat this?" My nephew at my sister's house took me to grocery shopping and said, "You can't eat anything at the house," because it was a party, so they had a lot of party food, and I didn't want to eat any of the chips, and I don't drink liquor. I don't want to drink soda. So we went and purchased 3 bags of different types of chicken nuggets. 2 bags were breaded and one was not breaded. So I used the breaded for me and the non-breaded for me, and then the bread for them. And when we brought the 3 bags to the house, plus a big case of Diet Snapple, a lot of people were like, "Oh, can we have some?" I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." So we put it in the oven and everybody ate out of that, but I did hide the one that was non-breaded, that was just grilled, because it's all I could eat. Although my sister did give me some chicken wings, and I had a great time with those chicken wings. I was only able to eat 3, but I really had a great time with those chicken wings. And then the Snapples, I thank God saved 3 and my niece hid those 3 because it was a big case. But by the time I got to it, everybody was like, "Oh, I really want Snapple," and I hate to say no. So I was like, "Oh, go ahead. Everybody can have some Snapple." But I did the same thing when I went to the women's group. I brought a bunch of stuff with me, and the girls that I roomed with, we shared a lot of the stuff. I love Oreo cookies, so I saw that they brought Oreo cookies, and I said, "Listen, I can't eat the package of Oreo cookies. Although it's pretty small. I think it has maybe 6 cookies in it." I said, "I'll have 2, and whether I react positive or not, I'm only having just the 2." And she was like, "Okay, just the 2." I said, "Yeah, give someone else the packet. I love Oreo cookies." And she gave me those 2 Oreo cookies, and then the next when we were on the way home, she gave me a package of Oreo cookies and said, "Hey, here." I said, "Honey, don't do that to me. I had Oreo cookies with you the night before, and I only had 2. I'm not about to have more. I have to limit myself." And she was like, "Oh, wow, okay." I did notice today we went hiking for the Esther's VSG Trek June Fitness Fling. We went hiking, and that is something that I want to incorporate into my regular exercise. Instead of just walking, I actually want to do it in an incline. I don't know how many of you saw the video where I had mentioned how much I want to avoid inclines. Well, now I don't want to avoid them, especially since on my way to work, I realized that it's actually a really great way to work out, and I shouldn't be afraid of it. So when I got the phone call from my niece today to go for that, I deliberately started recording, and we had a great little mini clips. We put them together, and on the way that we were editing, it completely deleted. So I was like, no! She, however, on her phone had a small clip, which she sent to me. It's like a 5-second clip. I did post it on Instagram. But I probably will figure out a way how to post it here. Also, at the end, I will post, I would add on here some pictures from the June Fitness Fling hike that we did today. I'm hoping, again, to incorporate that. Definitely can't do it Saturday and Sunday because I work 2 shifts, and I'm not going to be able to do that. I leave this house way too early and come back way too late to do that. But Monday through Friday, the days that they can pick me up definitely am gonna go. We took some beautiful pictures on the way up, beautiful pictures on the way down, and unfortunately, my phone deleted as we were editing. So, but I did want to mention that while we were doing that, while we were on the way to the mini trip that I did with the women's group, my NSV there was the bus ride. Usually there's some of the women are fighting about where to sit, and everybody wanted me to sit next to them. And they kept mentioning the word, oh, she's thin, she could sit next to me. She's thin, she could sit next to me. And I didn't feel like I was thin enough to sit next to anyone because I felt like I would take up a lot of space. But when I sat down, I saw that there was a lot of space left over. One of the ladies has said, hey, you know, why are you sitting so far? Sit closer. And I didn't think I was sitting that far, but she said, I moved over, and I swear to you, someone else could have sat there too. Whereas last year when I went, and even the years before, two people, I would take up a big portion of that seat, and they would always fight like who would sit next to me. And this year that didn't happen. Everybody was like, they wanted me to sit next to them. And then today at the hike, the highlight of the hike was that I started to discover my body. Like for instance, I realized that I don't know if you can see here, I have a wrist bone popping out. So I don't know if you can see it, but it felt weird seeing that wrist bone there. And I compared it to this wrist, and there's a wrist bone there. And I was wearing a backpack, and I said, I feel kind of weird in my backpack. And I asked my sister to check my backpack, and she's like, no, you have, it's fine. I said, well, maybe the water weight, because I had bottled water in my backpack, and I had some snacks at in the backpack. And I said, I'm not comfortable, and it doesn't weigh a lot. So she starts to like poke at my back, and I say, yeah, there, that's, and she says, honey, that's your shoulder blade. It's popping out. As you're walking, your shoulder blade is popping out. And I said, shoulder blades? You can actually see them? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I started like right now just looking for it. I was like, holy smokes, I got shoulder blades. Unbelievable. So that felt really good, and it just gave me the giggles. I did find that at this hike, I went very well prepared, and I recommend anyone going on a hike like this to prepare themselves in the weight loss community, because I took the hike. I've seen Los Angeles Found taking hikes, and I saw that she carries some things with her. She's never mentioned what she carries with her. I'll be interested in knowing, if you're watching my video, what do you carry with you when you go hiking? Not just Ange, but everybody else when they go hiking. What do you carry? Because for me, I put in the backpack, I put a very large water bottle. I didn't want to carry it in my hands. I wanted my hands to be free for movement. So I put it in the small backpack that I had. I also carried, what else did I carry? 2 protein bars that are sugar-free, gluten-free, and I ate one, and I shared it with my sister because she was having some issues going up, and she said that one bite that she had of the protein bar actually helped her gain the energy she needed to go up. What else did I take? Beef jerky. I took beef jerky with me, which my niece took her pet with a dog with her, a really cute little puppy. Well, he's not a puppy, but he's pretty small. And he actually wanted my beef jerky. I was like, can he have beef jerky? And she's like, yeah, he can. He's good. And he did. He had it, and he was good. I didn't give him a lot, just gave him a little bit because we had been there for quite some time. So it took us like almost 2 hours, or about 2 hours, to do the round trip, to go up and to come down. And I'll include the pictures so you can see what a beautiful scenic it is. And I told her that the next time that we go up, which hopefully will be Monday, we'll just do a small video to show you guys, if I can remember, or my sister will allow me. I'll see if we can go live on it. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll see if I could. So that's basically about it. Oh, one other thing is, definitely my daughters have told me that there is a camel backpack that actually holds a lot more water. So I'm gonna see if I could purchase one of those. And then it does have pockets that I can put on there, the protein bars and whatever snacks they have. So that could actually be a good investment the next time I get paid. And because they, depending on the price would depend. Actually, depending on which brand I get would depend on the price. They actually found theirs for $35, so hopefully I'll be able to find one for about that price. Otherwise, I'll ask my girls, if you're not using your Camelback anymore, then I would like to start using it, which is a lot better, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the pictures that I will be attaching to this, and that's it. That's my update. Bye.